With the admission of a partner, existing agreement comes to an end and a new agreement including new partner comes into existence. So this you have to remember, when the new partner admits, then everything changes, okay? New partnership agreement or partnership deed will be created, all right? And some part of share will be given to a new partner. According to Section 31 of Indian Partnership Act 1932, a person can be admitted as a partner if, first condition, agreed in deed. Okay, if deed says that okay, a new partner can be admitted, only then he can be admitted. And if deed is not there, then it is compulsory that all the partners should agree for this. Is it clear? All the partners should agree that okay, a new partner can be admitted. Now, right of a new partner, when a new partner admits, what he gets actually in the firm. Number one is right to share future profits of the firm. And number two, right to share assets of the firm. Share and assets, okay? So two rights he will get when he will enter in the firm. Now, premium for goodwill. This is very, very important concept actually, which you have to understand. It is that amount which is brought in by incoming partner in order to cover up sacrifice of the old partners. Actually, when new partner admits, you can note down, children, it is compulsory, or I can say mandatory for him in order to bring two items with him. Number one, his capital, and number two, premium for goodwill. Okay, he cannot admit without these two. First of all, again I will repeat, he has to bring his capital according to his share and premium for goodwill. All right. Now, premium for goodwill is that amount which is brought in by him in order to cover up the sacrifice of old partners. Children, I'll give you one example. Suppose two partners were there, A and B. All right. Let me do on whiteboard. Just wait for a minute. Just suppose here there were two partners. One partner was A, another was B. Both of them decided that okay, they need one more manpower and they decided to admit C. All right. Now, suppose earlier their old ratio was 1:1. Okay, this was their old ratio. And suppose they were supposed to earn 1,50,000 rupees. So just think that they were earning 1,50,000 rupees. Now 1,50,000. Okay, this is their actual profit which they were earning. Okay, when these two were only the partners in the firm, A and B. All right. So it means if their profit sharing ratio was 1:1, A was also getting 75,000 out of the total profit, and B was also getting. Okay. When C has been admitted, they both of them decided that okay, 1/4 of share should be given to C. All right. Now what will happen? Now suppose after the admission of C, they will again earn 1,50,000 of profit. Out of 1,50,000 of profit, they will give first of all 1/4 to C. So how much is 1/4 of 1,50,000? It is 37,500. They are giving to him. Now whatever will be left out of it, out of 1,50,000, that is 112500. All right, they were dividing among themselves. All right, so it means each partner was getting 56,250, this much of amount. Now see, it means after the admission of a new partner, their share of profit has been reduced. They have sacrificed some part of their share in order to give that amount as profit to a new partner. So that's why, because they are sacrificing. The old partners will always sacrifice, and sometimes it may happen that old partner may gain also. All right. Now, whosoever old partner will sacrifice in order to cover up that sacrifice of old partner, okay, to give share of profit to the new partner, it is mandatory for a new partner to bring premium for goodwill. so that this sacrifice can be compensated. All right. So this is the main objective in order to bring premium for goodwill by a new partner. I hope this concept is clear to you. Now, when new partner admits old partner sacrifices their share of profit in the favor of new partner, as I gave you example, this sacrifice is covered by crediting the amount of premium for goodwill in their sacrificing ratio. So what we have to do is, whenever we have to distribute this premium for goodwill amongst the old partners, it will always be distributed or be credited in their sacrificing ratio. How do we find out sacrificing ratio? Here it is, a formula. Sacrificing ratio is equal to old ratio minus new ratio. So this was the concept of premium for goodwill, which is very, 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 very important. Okay, in case of admission of a new partner. Now, rights on asset. How a new partner get right on the assets of the firm? Those assets which are earned or owned by the old partners, but now as a new partner, the moment he is entering inside the firm, he is also getting right on those assets which were earned by the old partners. How does he get? In order to get right on the firm's assets, a new partner invests some amount of capital according to his share of profit. He will bring his amount of capital. Okay? If he will bring amount of capital, only then he will get right on the assets of the firm. In case new partner, this point is very, 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 very important. So please listen to me carefully. In case new partner is unable to bring a part of or entire premium for goodwill, in such case, the amount of goodwill is debited from his current account. It means, suppose, I'll give you one example more now, okay, on the whiteboard. Just wait for a minute. Now suppose in the same case, C's share is 1 upon 4, we know that. And he has to bring 50,000 as premium for goodwill according to his share, which is 1 upon 4. Alright. Now suppose C says that I do not have enough money. I've already invested suppose 1 lakh rupees as capital in the firm, and I cannot bring 50,000 rupees, or just I will do one favor, that I will bring half of it, that is 25,000. So it means 25,000 he's bringing, and rest of the 25,000 he cannot enter without that. So what the firm will do, or the partners will do, the rest of the 25,000 which C is not able to bring will cut from his current account. That amount will cut from his current amount, which indirectly put effect on his capital. Is it clear now? Yes, this concept. If he does not bring premium for goodwill, and suppose if he does not bring the entire share 50,000, in that case also 50,000 will be cut down from his current account, which will indirectly affect his capital. Please remember this. Okay, this is very, very important, and we will apply also the same rule. Now we are going to start with very first question. Children, total 7 to 8 cases are there in case of admission of a new partner, when the question will say that you have to find out new profit sharing ratio, and the the concepts which will be there in the question will be different. Okay, in each case. Now suppose the first case is X, Y, and Z. Three partners were there. They were sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 5 ratio 3 ratio 2. So this is their whole ratio. They admitted A into the partnership. So A is our new partner. And give him 1/5 of share of profit. All right. So this is his share of profit. We have to find out new profit sharing ratio. Children, please remember this is case number 1. When only old ratio of old partner is given and share of new partner is given, and the question is silent that how he is going to take this share from the old partners, we always have to go for these steps. Step number 1, let the total share be 1 after the admission of A. All right. 1 means that in this, everybody's share is involved. Everybody's, whether it is X, Y, Z, or A. So we have assumed that the total share of the firm be 1 after the admission of A. Now out of A, because we know only new profit sharing ratio of A, which is a new partner. So we will minus 1 upon 5 from A. It means the total share of the firm, from the total share of the firm, we are subtracting share of a new partner. We are left with 4 upon 5. Now who will be responsible or who has their share in this 4 upon 5? All three old partners, because his share we have already deducted. Now who are left? These three are only left. So 4 upon 5, they will distribute among themselves in their old profit sharing ratio. It means 4 upon 5 into 5 upon 10 will be the share of A, X. 4 upon 5 into 3 upon 10 will be the share of Y, and 4 upon 5 into 2 upon 10 will be the share of Z. Now when we have multiplied, we got 20 upon 50, 12 upon 50 and 8 upon 50. Alright. But A's share is 1 upon 5. Children, please always remember, in order to get actual new profit sharing ratio, we always have to make the denominator same. So in order to turn 5 into 50, we have to multiply numerator and denominator by 10. Now our new ratio will be 20 ratio, 12 ratio, 8 ratio, 10, and because all four are multiples of 2, we will further split up into simplest form, divided into simplest form. So it is, the new ratio will become 10 ratio, 6 ratio, 4 ratio, 5. Any doubt in this question? Yes? Any doubt in this question?
No, ma'am.
All right. Now question number 2. Here it is. Ravi and Mukesh are sharing profits in the ratio of 7 ratio 3. So Ravi and Mukesh are our old partners. Their ratio is 7 ratio 3, we have mentioned. They admitted Ashok. All right. So Ashok is a new partner for 3/7 share in the firm. Okay. So they have decided to give him 3/7 of share. Now see, the question says how Ashok is getting this 3 upon 7. This is second case, which he takes 2/7 from Ravi and 1/7 from Mukesh. Children, in mathematics, you learned that from means minus. Okay. And whatever is written after from, that person's share we will write on first in order to subtract 2 upon 7. So Ravi's share, how much is Ravi's share? 7 upon 10 minus 2 upon 7. Now here Mukesh share, 3 upon 10 minus 1 upon 7. Now Ravi is going to give 2 upon 7 to Ashok. Mukesh is going to give 1 upon 7 to Ashok. It means, children, whatever the old partner are going to give to Ashok, that will be their sacrifice. It means their sacrificing ratio is 2 ratio 1. 2 upon 7, 1 upon 7. We simply have to consider the numerator, remember. So it is 2 upon 1, 2 ratio 1. We can say like that, okay? So 7 upon 10 minus 2 upon 7, we are getting 29 upon 70 by taking the LCM. Here also 3 upon 10 minus 1 upon 7, we are getting 11 upon 70. Now we have to make the denominator same as I told you. Here we have 3 upon 7. In order to turn 7 into 70, we are multiplying numerator as well as denominator by 10. And hence, the ratio is 29 ratio 11 ratio 30. Any doubt in this question? Yes? Second case.
No, ma'am.
All right. Now third, we will do, and here it is. A and B are the partners sharing profit and losses in the proportion of 7 ratio 5. So this is their whole ratio. They admitted C in the firm. Okay, C is a new partner. Their manager, okay, the C was earlier a manager, now he has become a partner. Okay, who is to get 1 upon 6 share in profits. Okay, so this is his share of profit. And now again question says how he's going to get this 1 upon 6. He takes this share as 1 upon 24 from A. From, again the case is of from. This is case number 2 only. So A's share, that is 7 upon 12 minus 1 upon 24 will be the new share of A. Now similarly, he is going to take 1 upon 8 from B. Again from is written, so it will be subtracted. So B's share was 5 upon 12 minus 1 upon 8. He is going to give to C. Alright. Now how much are they going to give? 1 upon 24 and 1 upon 8. Now children, see, 1 upon 24 and 1 upon 8 is their sacrificing ratio. But in this case and in the previous question, the denominator was same. You can see. See, 2 upon 7 Ravi was giving, 1 upon 7 Mukesh was giving. Denominator was same, so that's why we considered only numerator as their sacrificing ratio. for their sacrificing ratio. But here denominators are not same. We have to make their denominators same. 8 into 3 is 24. It means their sacrificing ratio is 1:3. All right. Now 7 upon 12 minus 1 upon 24. If we will give 1 upon 24, how much will be left with A? That is 13 upon 24. This will be his new share. Okay. And 5 upon 12 minus 1 upon 8. When he will give 1 upon 8 to C, how much will be left? 7 upon 24. Now we can see that here we have denominator 24, here also 24. We have to turn 6 into 24. So multiply numerator and denominator by 4. We will get 13:7:4. So this was case number 2 only. The only difference was that here in the sacrificing ratio, in order to find out, the denominators were not same. So you have to make the denominator same, and then you have to take only numerators, okay, for their sacrificing ratio. So this is the point to note down. Yes. Now question number 4. A, B and C were partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2:1. This is their old ratio. They admitted D as a new partner. So D is a new partner for 1/8 share in profit. All right. So he is going to take 1/8 of share. Now again the case number 2 only, which he acquired 1/16 from B, 1/16 from C. So please do this question by yourself. We will simply, but here it is written that he is going to take 1 upon 16 from B and 1 upon 16 from C. It means he is not going to take anything from A. He is not going to take anything from A. So 1 upon 16 will be subtracted from B's share. So here it is 2 upon 6 minus 1 upon 16. And similarly from C, that is 1 upon 6 minus 1 upon 16. So after taking an LCM, we are getting 48 in denominator, all right? So we have to turn this 3 upon 6 also, the denominator, into 24, and here also the denominator into 24. So after taking the LCM, we are getting ratio 24, ratio 13, ratio 5, ratio 6. So this was also case number 2, okay? Now case number 3 maybe. So let's proceed for it. Question number 5. Bharti and Astha were partners sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2. All right, this is their own ratio. They admitted Dinkar as a partner for 1/5 share. So his share is 1 upon 5. All right. In future profits of the firm, which he got equally from Bharti and Astha. Which he got equally from Bharti and Astha. How is going to take his share? Equally from both the partners. So first of all, we have to find out equal part of 1 upon 5. Means half of 1 upon 5 we will take from Bharti and half of 1 upon 5 we will take from Astha. And the same we are doing. This is case number 3. So 1 upon 5 into 1 upon 2, 1 upon 10 Bharti will give, and 1 upon 5 into 1 upon 2, 1 upon 10 Astha will give. So okay, the share of Bharti was 3 upon 5 minus 1 upon 10 because she is going to give this much to Dinkar, and 2 upon 5, which was the share of Astha, minus 1 upon 10 he is going to give to Dinkar. How much will be left with them? 5 upon 10 and 3 upon 10. Now let us make denominators same. His share was 1 upon 5. 5 will be turned into 10 by taking the LCM. So we'll multiply numerator and denominator by 2. And the ratio is 5:3:2. Any doubt in this question? Yes? Any doubt in case number 3? To anybody?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Alright. Now question number 6. Here we have X and Y are the partners in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2. All right, we have mentioned this is their own ratio. Z is admitted as a partner with 1/4 share in the profit. All right, so he's going to take 1 upon 4. Z takes a share from X and Y in the ratio of 2:1. This is one the same thing. This is case number 3 only. So it means 1 upon 4 first of all be divided in this ratio 2:1. How do we divide? 1 upon 4 into 2 upon 3, X will give. 1 upon 4 into 1 upon 3, Y will give. All right. So 1 upon 4 into 2 upon 3 is 2 upon 12. We are subtracting here because he's going to give to Z. 1 upon 4 into 1 upon 3, 1 upon 12. We are going to subtract here from the share of Y because he's going to give this to Z. So how much will be left with X and Y? This is 26 upon 60 and 19 upon 60. Because the denominators are 60, here also we'll make the denominator 60. So we are multiplying 4 into 15 here, we are getting 60. Okay. So numerator will also be multiplied. And hence, the ratio is 26, ratio 19, ratio 15. Any doubt in this question? It was case number 3 only. All right. Yes. Any doubt? Any doubt, children, in question number 6? This was similar to
No,
question
ma'am.
number 5. All right. Now the next one, question number 7. S, B, and J were partners. T was admitted for 1/5 share of profit. Calculate sacrificing ratio of S, B, and J. Now we do not have to find out new ratio. Children, please remember, when the question is silent, that okay, how a new partner is going to take his share from the old partners. So whatever will be the old ratio of old partners, the same will be their sacrificing ratio as well. Again, I repeat, when the question is silent and question does not tell you, it means question does not tell you that how new partner is going to take his share from the old partners, whatever will be the old ratio of old partners, and here the question is silent, it means their old ratio is 1:1:1, same will become their sacrificing ratio as well. So the sacrificing ratio is 1:1:1. All right, remember this case. Now question number 8. Kabir and Farid are the partners in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 7:3. So this is their old ratio. Kabir surrenders. Surrenders means he's going to give. Kabir surrenders 2/10 from his share. From means minus. We know that. So how much is Kabir's share? 7/10 minus 2/10. He's going to give to Jyoti, who is a new partner. And Farid is going to surrender 1/10 from his share. Again, the cases of from. So minus 3/10 minus 1/10 he is going to give to Jyoti. So how much Kabir has given? 2/10, right on here. How much Farid has given? 1/10, right on here. Because in this question, share of new partner is not given. We have to find out. This is case number 4. All right. So 2/10 plus 1/10. How much will be her share? 3/10. Now the denominators itself are same. So the ratio will become 5:2:3, their new ratio. All right. And how much will be their sacrifice? Children, always remember, otherwise the formula for sacrificing ratio is old ratio minus new ratio. But we do not have to go for that formula until we are directly subtracting something from the old ratio of old partners. So whatever we are going to subtract, it means they are going to give. So 2/10 and 1/10 will be their sacrifice. Because the denominators are already same, we'll consider only numerators, that is 2:1. Any doubt in this case? Yes. To anybody? Any doubt in case number 4? Give me response. All right. Now, question number 9 we will do. All right. So question number 9 you people will do by yourself. 9, 10 and 11. If any doubt will be there, you can ask me. Now question number 12 we are going to do. So question number 12. Rakesh and Suresh are the partners. They were sharing profits in the ratio of 4:3. So this is their old ratio we have mentioned. Zahir joins as a new partner with uh, and new ratio among Rakesh, Zahir and Suresh are 7:4:3. It means their already new ratio is given to us. We do not have to find out. We have to find out their sacrificing ratio. Now children, whenever question tells you, please listen to me carefully. Whenever question tells you that old ratio is given, new ratio is given of all the partners including a new partner, and the question asked for sacrificing ratio. First of all, you have to compare old ratio of old partners with the new ratio. Like here, we have Rakesh and Sukesh as our old partners. Their old ratio was 4:3. We have to compare their new ratio with their old ratio. Their new ratio is 7:4. Only this much we have to compare, not 3, okay? 7:4. It means the ratio is changing. See, if the ratio changes, only then you have to go for this formula, old ratio minus new ratio. Suppose here it is written 4:3, here is also written 4:3. In that case, we do not have to go for formula. Remember, we can directly say that, okay, their old ratio will itself be their sacrificing ratio, because old ratio and new ratio of the old partners 10. All right. Now let us apply, put the values in our formula, and the formula is old ratio minus new ratio. Old ratio 4/7 minus 7/14 including the new partner, okay. Same here, 3 upon 7 minus 4 upon 14. By taking the LCM, you will come to know that the sacrificing ratio is 1:2. Now the denominators are same, so we simply have to consider the numerators. Alright. Now, the next question number 14. A, B, and C are the partners sharing profits in the ratio 4:3:2. These admitted for 1/3 share in the future profits. What is their sacrificing ratio? Now, again, the same case has come. When old ratio is given of the old partners and share of new partner is given, but the question is silent that how he is going to take his share from the old partners. The question is totally silent. Whenever the question is silent, we will assume that their old ratio itself is their sacrificing ratio. It means their sacrificing ratio is 4:3:2. All right. Now, question number 15. A, B, C, and D are in partnership, sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 36:24, ratio 20:20, respectively. E joins the partnership firm for 20% share. Beta, 20% means 20 upon 100. It means 1 upon 5. A, B, C, and D in future would share profits among themselves in the ratio of 3:4:2:1. Calculate new profit sharing ratio after E's admission. Children, please remember here, new profit sharing ratio is given only of the old partners and the ratio is changing. It means there will be change in new profit sharing ratio as well. This question I will do on the whiteboard. Just wait for a minute. Yes. So we are going to do question number 15 of your book. Okay. We have already 4 partners: A, B, C, D, and E has been admitted. Okay, with 1/5 of share. All right. Old ratio is 36, then 24, then 20, and here also we have 20. Now, new ratio is given, but only of the old partners, and the new ratio is 3:4:2 and ratio 1. Okay, not including E. Okay, so it means we have to find out new ratio. This is not your actual new ratio. All right, so first of all we will let the total share be 1. All right, we will let the total share be 1 after the admission of E. All right, now if total share is 1, it means everybody has their share in this 1. Okay, so first of all what we will do is 1 minus share of a new partner, which is 1 upon 5. So how much will be left? 4 upon 5. Okay, this is the first case only, but the only difference is that here in the first case only old ratio was given, but here new ratio is also given of the old partners. Now what we will do the next is this 4 upon 5 exactly A, B, C, and D will share among themselves, but not in their old ratio. Please remember, not in their old ratio, in new ratio. All right, so how much will they share? 4 upon 5 multiplied by 3/10. A will take, now here 4 upon 5 multiplied by 4 upon 10. B will take 4 upon 5 multiplied by 2 upon 10. C will take, and 4 upon 5 multiplied by 1 upon 10. D will take. Okay. So what will be their share now? 4 into 3 is 12 divided by 30. No. 5 into 10 is 50. Okay. Here 16 upon 50. Here 8 upon 50. And here 4 upon 50. Alright. But we have to make denominators same. So it will be 1 upon 5 into 10 by 10. Yes. Only then we will be able to make it 50, right? So now their ratio will become 12 ratio 16 ratio 8, ratio 4, and ratio 10. But all are multiples of 2, so let us split up into, turn it into simplest form. So it is 6, 8, 4, 2, and 5. Sorry, sorry. And 5. Okay, so this is the new ratio 68425. You can see the answer is correct. Any doubt in this question? This is case number 5. Okay, what is difference in case number 1 and case number 5? In case number 1, old ratio of the old partner was given and share of the new partner was given. The question was totally silent that how he's going to take his share from the old partners. Here also the case is same, but the difference is that new ratio is also given of the old partners, only of the old partners. So what should we do is we'll follow the same steps. We'll take the total share as 1 after the admission of E. It means in this one, everybody has their share. But because we know new ratio of means 1 upon 5 of E, so we'll subtract from here. What is left? 4 upon 5. Now in this 4 upon 5, share of A, B, C and D is involved, and they are going to share this 4 upon 5 in their new profit sharing ratio, not in their old profit sharing ratio. This point you have to remember. Any doubt in this question? To anybody? Yes? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
All right.